This magnificent hilltop affords me views over great swathes of southern England, and it's from this viewpoint that you can make out one of Britain's foremost buildings. What is it, and where am I? All will be revealed very shortly. On today's show, I'm looking for a high and mighty property for a couple who have great expectations. And in our first house, we run headlong into trouble. Uh-oh, we have a problem, Euston.
That is a problem.
But thankfully, the mystery house provides some light relief. You've been smiling nearly all the way through, I think, haven't you? Which is a first for you, anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm in the Chilterns, a range of hills that stretch for around 47 miles and actually take in 4 counties, one of them being this one, Buckinghamshire. Just behind me you can probably make out the Prime Minister's country retreat, Chequers. Very nice too. It's been used by Prime Ministers since 1921, when it was gifted to the nation by Lord Lee of Fareham, who believed that regular exposure to the high and pure air of the Chiltern Hills and Woods would lead to a saner government. I think we should take a vote as to whether that's actually happened. Situated to the northwest of London, the Chilterns are an area of outstanding natural beauty, which begin in Oxfordshire's Thames Valley and stretch northeast through Buckinghamshire, Bedfordshire and into Hertfordshire. Swathed in beech trees and chalk downland, the Chiltern Hills are a haven for wildlife watchers, ramblers and cyclists. To the northeast of the region are the Dunstable Downs, which feature the famous chalk lion carved into Bison Hill. It's a landmark that pinpoints the zoo at nearby Whipsnade. And for beautiful places to live, there's villages like Hadnam, which is one of the most picturesque in the Chilterns, winning the Best Kept Village accolade on several occasions. It's also the home of the much-loved Aylesbury duck. Of the 4 counties that the Chilterns straddle, Hertfordshire and Buckinghamshire are the most expensive. Here an average detached property will set you back around £480,000. The same sort of property in Oxfordshire, well, it's £100,000 cheaper. But the best value for money comes in Bedfordshire, where a similar property is £190,000 cheaper than those in Bucks and Herts. So here's what's currently on the market. This 3-bedroom period property in Wheeler End Common, a conservation area, could be yours for £320,000. Dating back to 1750, it boasts original features such as exposed brick and stonework and a pretty cottage garden. For £650,000, you could be living in this 3-bedroom property in Chalfont St Peter, with a large, attractive modern kitchen and generously sized reception rooms for entertaining. It also comes with planning consent for a 2-storey side extension and half an acre of land. And if your pockets are deep, you could be the owner of this character 4-bedroom cottage in Chalfont St Giles. At £835,000 and with a superb family room converted from an old barn, it's been beautifully modernised throughout, whilst retaining every bit of its time-honoured charm. A lovely selection there, don't you think? Well, it's time to meet today's buyers and find out why they want to escape to the country. Michelle and Robin have spent 30 years living the city life in Hereford. While Robin has retired from his job working with adults with learning difficulties, business coach and trainer Michelle is still racking up the miles behind the wheel, commuting to work in London and the Chilterns. So a move is definitely needed to get a better work-life balance.
We'd like to move to the Chilterns because we've been there a few times for various reasons and it's beautiful. Its proximity for me for the M40 is absolutely perfect. So we can be in the countryside and in 2 minutes' time I can be on the road to work. So it's got the best of everything for us.
So if Michelle can reduce her driving time in this move, she'll get more time to spend with Robin and their 2 Dalmatians, and they'll both have the chance to indulge in hobbies old and new.
I want to get involved in the local community. I love farmers markets and going around and looking at nice new food shops and finding local sources for really good quality food. So there are lots of things that I want to do once I've got the time to do them.
Once we get to the country, I would like to continue with some of my current pursuits, i.e. shooting, that sort of thing. And perhaps I would love to go back to horse riding again.
Robin does a huge amount of cooking. I do loads of baking. He makes jams and jellies and pickles, and we would love a bigger kitchen, so that would be great.
They've been in their very large 4-storey family house for almost 20 years, but now their children have all flown the nest, they're planning to downsize. Although I'm not actually sure they've quite got their heads around it, as big still seems to be better.
I like space. I'd like a big bedroom with lots of wardrobe space, which I have currently.
And I would like a large garden. I've got quite a small garden here, but I am a very keen vegetable gardener, and up until this year, when I couldn't do it for health reasons, I had about a third of an acre of land as a vegetable garden somewhere else.
And with the wish list nailed down, there's just one more thing to confirm, and that's the finances.
Our budget for this move is £500,000.
So we have the length and breadth of the Chilterns to focus our property search, with one of Robin and Michelle's favourite locations being Thame in Oxfordshire. We've got some stunning houses to show them, but as ever they'll have to guess the price of each before I reveal it. The last offering is of course our mystery property, which I'm hoping might make them have second thoughts about heading for the hills. Robin, Michelle, welcome to the Chilterns.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very well,
Looking forward to this?
Excited.
Yeah, very much.
So you imagine yourself in the Chilterns now, and you've got the house of your dreams. How are you going to be spending your days?
Well, I've always wanted to fly, so I was thinking I'd have flying lessons.
Wow. What do you want to do?
I love to garden. I also love to cook. And so if I can have a good-sized garden and a good-sized kitchen, I'll be pretty happy.
Sounds idyllic. What are you looking for in this house?
High ceilings, obviously.
She's not that tall.
Not the little thatch cottage look whatsoever.
Somewhere detached would be nice, but we don't know how much we can have for our budget.
So the budget, has it changed at all?
No, the budget's still around about £500,000.
Roundabout.
I guess we might be able to stretch to £525,000 at a push, but we would be happiest at 500,000.
Well, listen, we've got 2 properties to show you, and the mystery property, of course, which you'll either love or hate. So should we get going? Let's fly, come on. So with their maximum budget at a potential £525,000, space is the main priority on Robin and Michelle's wish list. They'd like a large kitchen to bake and create in, a dining room for entertaining, 3 to 4 bedrooms, lots of wardrobe space for Michelle, and a large garden for Robin. Now this downsizing malarkey, do you reckon you honestly will be able to do it?
I think we have to, so yeah, I think we will be able to do it. It might be a little painful at times, but we will do it.
So you're not hoarders or anything like that?
I'm one of 7 children. You can imagine what my childhood household was like. So I'm actually a very tidy person.
We're starting our house search in Oxfordshire, 5 miles south of Thame in the village of Prt1, a community consisting of only 60 houses. It's just 5 minutes from the M40 for Michelle's commute. There's also a church and a market garden for all of Robin's vegetable supplies. Our first property is a uniquely shaped cottage in a very peaceful setting. So what do you think of this quiet country lane?
Lovely.
You can stop in your tracks. Yeah. Come over here.
Pretty good.
This is it.
Wow.
200-year-old flint and brick cottage.
Ah, great.
Used to be called Cheese Cottage.
Did it?
Yeah.
Because?
Because it's an unusual shape. It's a triangular shape. And it used to serve the old vicarage that was next door.
Really?
Yeah.
What was cheese?
Servants, dear.
Oh,
Servants.
right, very good.
So what do you think, first impressions?
Not at all as I was expecting, so I don't really know, actually. I'm just keen to get inside and see what it's like.
Big smile on your face. Big smile on this one's face.
Yeah,
What about
absolutely. Yeah. I'm just very practical, and I'm already looking at very small windows, and we do like natural light.
you? Okay. Well, do you want to go in and have a look?
I'd
then?
love to.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Well, I'm not sure about Robin, but Michelle's first impressions of this property are quite positive. Let's see if they're happy with the space inside. Come on in. Bit of a tight squeeze. Thank you. These still have it. There's one big test now as we move you forward.
Yeah?
Oh, we can clear it.
Yeah, I can indeed. Excellent.
So what do you think? They've got it as the dining room at the moment.
As a dining room, it's a little bit small. It's nice.
Yes.
It's nice as an entrance hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit small as a dining room.
It's quite difficult for us because our current one's 5 metres by 5 metres, so...
You're going to have to forget about that.
We are.
I know. It's really
That's going to be really hard, isn't
It's
it?
very difficult to put it behind you there.
Yeah, you've got to close that Hereford door firmly.
But nice. Let's see some more.
Okay, yes, boss. I thought you was the bossy one, not you. Roles reversal. Oh. Well, now I know who's in charge. I can only hope that she's impressed with the next reception room. I always love your kind of nervous smile. You're not quite sure what to say.
No.
What do you think? It is lighter, isn't it? Yeah. See, told you. What do you think?
A little bit underwhelmed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd really like this room.
Did you? No.
What don't you like?
It feels a bit claustrophobic to me.
Gosh, okay. Would your furniture fit in here?
Yes, it probably would.
No.
No?
The sideboard is...
Oh, the sideboard wouldn't.
I can tell I'm going to need counselling after this.
I can provide that.
Oh, can you? Oh, brilliant. Well, you're the cause of it, so you might as well help me out as well.
all the furniture apart from our one sideboard, which is 12 foot long.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Plenty more to see, so come on, let's go.
Let's go.
As the kitchen in this property leads straight into the garden, we'll be looking at that a bit later. But first we're heading upstairs. Off the hallway on the first floor there's one double guest room with traditional exposed timbers. These also feature throughout the other 2 slightly smaller bedrooms. And they even put in an appearance in the large family bathroom. But I'm showing Robin and Michelle where they could be resting their heads. Come through here, this is the master.
Okay.
Double aspect, what do you reckon? Uh-oh, we have a problem, Houston.
That is a problem.
This will be your bedroom,
Right.
Michelle. And, oh, please, it wasn't that. He's also trying to elongate himself a lot.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
It's light.
It is?
For me, it's a little bit small.
Right, okay.
So, although I guess for the type of cottage, I suppose it isn't a small room. If it were our bedroom, it would feel like it was too small for us.
Well, sadly, the bedroom hasn't scored too highly on the size front, but maybe they'll be happier in the high-ceilinged kitchen with its garden access. So this is it, your kitchen.
Okay.
Wow. Nice and light. High
It is,
ceiling.
yeah.
Yeah. Ceiling's good. Best ceiling we've seen so far.
Absolutely the best.
Can you imagine yourself creating a masterpiece here?
No.
Do you want to think about it?
No.
What's the problem?
It's a strange shape. It's not big enough.
I think it's a nice space. I think it's a nice size room. It's not huge, but again, it's in keeping with the cottage. And I like the fact that it's light, and I like the fact that you've got doors straight out to the garden, which is really nice.
Well, let's head out into that garden
Okay,
and
fantastic.
we can talk some money.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Outside, I'm not sure there's enough space to squeeze in a small vegetable plot for Robin, but it's a pretty and well-cultivated garden, so I'm hoping it might appeal. I'll say now, it's not going to take long to tour the garden.
No.
No, very small. Absolutely beautiful.
It's
Isn't it
beautiful.
just, yeah?
It's lovely.
Yeah, tremendous.
very
Lovely
pretty.
little
Is it
garden.
too small for you?
It is too small.
Miles
Yeah.
too small. But it is a lovely little garden.
Okay. I think we should talk money.
Okay.
Who's going to go first?
Knowing our budget, I would have thought £450,000.
Right.
360.
£1,000.
Yeah.
You're both way off the mark.
Right.
It's the top end of your budget, £525,000.
Wow.
Crikey.
Okay.
That is a surprise.
It gives you an indication of what your money gets you.
It does.
Okay, well listen, you haven't seen all the house,
No.
so go and have a good look around. You may venture into a room that might change everything.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll be by the front door. I'll meet you there.
Okay, thank you.
Take your time.
All right.
Okay.
See you later.